Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee.
Now, listen, you're going to Cheltenham soon, okay?
Okay.
Now, do you think you'll get to Evesham? Because Evesham's very close by.
No, probably not. Morton and Marsh, Broadway, yes. Evesham, probably not. Chipping Camden, yes.
Don't go to Evesham because
Why?
there's a mad sort of what's it called? Well, there's a mad beast on the loose.
Rubbish.
No, it runs at 80 miles an hour.
Rubbish.
No. Al, it's called a rhea. It's an RHEA. It's a rhea, right? And it's started.
As in Chris Rea.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Except Chris Rea is REA. This is RHEA. And it's started to live at Evesham Golf Club after escaping from somebody's
Are we talking like a cat?
private zoo nearby. No, I'll show you. It's like a sort of, what would you call that?
It's like an ostrich.
An ostrich, yeah.
Like emu.
It's like an emu or an ostrich. It's 6 foot tall, and it runs around Evesham Golf Club. But it can reach speeds of 80 miles an hour, and if it hits you, it could be fatal. No.
It doesn't do 80
It does.
miles an hour.
It does.
Get lost.
It does. I'm telling you, it's been named Linford by the golf course members because it runs so fast. Called a rhea in Liverpool, which looked like and try to go and pat it. It's like Roadrunner.
Just fired a few 5-arms at 'em.
Well, I mean that's a dreadful thing to say, but it's completely disrupting the the game, obviously, because if you're on the you've got your ball on the fairway and you want to strike
After a birdie.
for the green, and old Linford gets in the way, you've had it. I just thought I'd let you know because you're going up there soon, looking after your interests as always.
That guy in Waitrose behind the bar, CDM, Central Defensive Midfield player.
Yeah.
Spurs Dave says no. Alan Porky probably thought it meant Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
Yeah, well, I probably did as well. You're absolutely right. Now then, what I was going to say is, Al, that an exciting weekend of football ahead. My team, Everton, tomorrow.
Tell Everton. Look, this is Everton Paul
Yeah.
from Liverpool. Porky has to be the spy who blagged me.
Spy who blagged me. That's a terrible play on words for a rather raunchy title of a film that was a spoof on a spy thriller. Now, Everton have got to sort of pull their boots up, and that's not me saying pull their laces up on their boots. That's not me saying that. That's Mr. Mashiri last week, okay, at the annual general meeting. 11th at the moment.
Still got your shares?
Yes, I have, yeah. And by the way, if anybody had realised the value of football clubs 10 or 15 years ago, the one person who did extremely well out of it, and I'm delighted he did because he's a great football administrator, was Mr. Dean from Arsenal.
Yes. Because
he had a big block of shares, and he got them at the right time, and then Arsenal became a very wealthy club.
By the way, talking about money, that 30 grand a week they gave to Rice, West Ham, he just saved them there, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a certain goal. Brilliant recovery from Rice.
Yeah.
Still 0-0. Sorry, you were saying David Dean?
No, I was saying David Dean, who made a great investment in Arsenal, did so much for Arsenal, and everybody thinks it's a great pity now he's still not involved in the game, including me.
Mr. Dean, though, walked away with a lot of money, Porky.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, exactly. He walked away with a load of money.
He took a chance. He supported Arsenal when it wasn't fashionable to invest in football clubs, and
so he's not exactly skint.
Not exactly skint, hasn't made a huge return on investment. I'm very pleased for him. I just wish he was still in the game because I did some business with Mr. Dean a few years ago, and he's a very able administrator, and the game needs people like him. Particularly as Mr. Scudamore's now going. And
what about that, then?
Going on to greater things.
The lady turning down the job.
Yeah.
So, come on, what's your spies telling you?
Well, the spies aren't telling me anything, but if you read what the analyst said about why the lady concerned from the Discovery Channel, was her name Susan Dinnage, was it? Yeah, I think so.
Sorry,
sorry.
Someone else is talking to me now.
Don't worry about that, Al. I'm only the person in the studio with you, so if you've got voices in your head...
No, you just said tell Porky to shut up.
Really? Yeah. Well, I'll send a message back to him, in a minute or two. No, what the commentators that I was aware of were saying is that it's now going to get so complicated, the football rights industry and business, that it's a no-win situation for anybody who now takes the Premier League.
So it's not going to get better, it's going to get worse.
It's peaked in the terms of the conventional way that football matches are portrayed on television and distributed in broadcasting circles. Everything's going to change. All sorts of new methods of distributing football matches and huge amounts of money can be reaped from India and China.
And you think this lady's found that out and thought, oh, no.
I don't know.
It won't be any good for
I don't know.
future.
She's not given a reason as to why she changed her mind virtually on the eve of taking up the job and decided to stay where she is. So you can't speculate on what her motives were.
I'm
only telling you what the analysts are saying.
little opening for you here.
Your
negotiating skills?
I've got very good negotiating skills, Al. There's no doubt about that. But I'm more of an action man rather than, sitting behind desks making deals, talk to people on the phone, all that kind of stuff. So I prefer a bit more creative energy, if you see what I mean. Not saying it's not creative energy to raise the billions that were raised by Mr. Scudamore in the Premier League situation as it grew. But I don't really like cerebral kind of stuff like that.
It rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. The sun so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama